Okay, so the agenda for today will be, we'll see how to use annotations for entities. Like we'll see how to map annotations for one to many, many to one, unidirectional, bidirectional, many to many, one to one. Then after this is completed, I'll show you how to fire a basic SQL query. Tomorrow we'll have a detailed SQL queries. Then we'll start with mapping inheritance. There are various strategies for mapping inheritance of classes. We'll see that. So that will be the agenda for today. For tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll see SQL, Hibernate query language, criteria API, and also query by example, QBE. I'll give you some assignment, like I'll give you some classes. We'll do the mappings and perform various queries on those tables, whatever we map. Then day after tomorrow we'll be talking about transaction management, second level cache, how to configure second level cache, and some small things which are remain, right? So today we'll be concentrating on mappings of entities and also inheritance. Okay, coming to mapping, we understood how to map collection of value types till now, and also collection of and also composition we understood. Now coming here, let us see how to map unidirectional one to many. Okay, here in this our previous program, what I will do is I will use the previous project here only, unidirectional one to many using list. One user is having a list of bank accounts, and bank account is not having a reference to user, so it's a unidirectional from user side, unidirectional one to many. How to map it? Both of these are entities. Bank account is an entity and user also is an entity. Let us see now. I'll annotate this with entity because this is an entity, and I'll give the table name for it. Table name is equals to, I'll say annotation underscore user underscore one to many unidirectional. Okay, so then here ID I have to annotate it with ID and generated value, and also I'll give a column name for this column is user underscore ID. So this is normal. Till now we didn't see any difference. Now for user ID, I gave the column user underscore ID. For name, I am not annotating it with column, so column annotation. So variable name will be same as the column name. And coming here, list. This is a field which is representing one to many relationship, right? Okay. So I'll annotate it with one to, right? Now when it is one to many relationship, where should be the foreign key column? On the many side, right? See, this is user table and this is bank account table. This is user, it's having user underscore ID, and it is having, this is having account underscore ID. When it is many, one to many, the foreign key should always be on the many side. Here user underscore ID should go as a foreign key, right? Now let me show you XML. If I was configuring XML configuration, if I was doing XML configuration for list, how in this list tag, how am I specifying the foreign key column? Inside list tag I have used key tag. Key tag always represents the foreign key, right? So now in annotations, if you want to represent a foreign key, what is it? Join column. you have to specify annotation called join column name, sorry, one to many, sorry, it is one to many. I think I took wrong thing, one to many, and column name is equals to, I want the join column name to be u underscore id, comma referenced column name is equals to what? Should be same as the primary key of this table. So by using join column annotation, we always specify the foreign key. Join column annotation in annotations is equivalent to the key tag, always remember. In XML, key tag always represents the foreign key. In annotation, join column annotation represents the foreign key. Alright? Any doubts? Now, I will try to run this program and see whether how tables are generated and what are the foreign keys. Right? If I want to use annotations, I have to remove this mapping tags and use mapping class is equals to com dot infinite dot user, and also another class bank account. Another change which I have to make here is, in demo, instead of using configuration, I have to use annotation configuration. That's it, right? And bank account, did I configure? I configured on user side. I didn't configure on bank account. So I will configure. This is also an entity, and I want to give a different table name. Table name is equals to annotation underscore bank account underscore unidirectional one to many. Okay, and then I have to annotate this primary key. Generate value and also to give the column. Name is equals to account underscore ID. Right? That's it. The configuration is done. Here, bank account is not having a reference to user. It's because it is unidirectional one to many. That's all I configured. And for this balance, I am not configuring column annotation. So variable name will be same as the column name. Right? So both sides are configured. Only the thing is here you need to understand about one to many tag and join column tag. Right? And also it's a list, right? It is a list. So tell me, for a list, what is the annotation? We need to specify list index column. So it is order column. Order column name will be, I can give anything. Name is equals to list underscore index. I can give anything. Right? So that's it. It will work. Now bank account classes are configured, and demo, if I run it, what am I doing? I am creating first account, second account, keeping those accounts in a list, creating user and setting the accounts, then saving first account, second account and user. I will run it. Yes. See, first bank account is inserted, second bank account is inserted, then user is inserted, then update queries are updating UID and list index, right? So it's just exactly, the output is exactly same as in XML configuration, but we use annotations now, that's it. Okay. If I save user, I want all the bank accounts to be cascaded. So here on one to many I have to give cascade is equals to cascade type, it's a enum dot, see, cascade type dot fetch, sorry, cascade type dot persist, means all the persist operations should be cascaded. Persist means save, all save operations should be cascaded. If I can remove, all delete operations should be cascaded. Merge, all merge operations on users will be cascaded to bank account. And if I say all, this all will be applied, right? So I can specify cascade type is equals to whatever I require, all I can specify, right? Automatically if I now save user, all the corresponding bank accounts also will be saved, right? Now let us see how to map unidirectional many to one. The next project. Tell me how it is unidirectional made one. User now is not having list of bank accounts, but bank account is having user, right? Let us see, it is unidirectional many to one. Let us see the annotations. This first let us configure user. I will annotate it with entity. And also I will give table annotation. Name of the table I will give separate table. User annotation underscore user underscore many to one unidirectional. And here I will annotate it with ID. Generated value, column name is equals to user underscore ID. So I have configured all. I am not configuring column annotation on top of name. By default, name will be the name of the column. Okay, I'll go to bank account. Bank account also is an entity, so I'll do the basic configurations. Entity, and I'll give a table name for it. Table, I'll give the name as name is equals to annotation underscore bank account underscore many to one unidirectional. I will annotate this account also, account ID also with ID, generated value, and also I will give a column name to this account ID as account underscore ID. Then I am not giving the annotation for balance. By default that will be same as the variable name. And is this the column which is representing many to one relationship, right? This is a variable which is representing many to one relationship. So on the top of it I have to annotate it with many to one, and I have to tell that foreign key in this should go inside this bank account table, right? When it is many to one, user ID should go inside bank account table, right? To tell about foreign key, which is annotation, join column. Join column name is equals to whatever I want, u underscore ID, comma referenced column name is equals to, what is it referring to? it should refers to user classes primary key, right? Referenced column name is user underscore id of the on the other side, right? Now you need to understand the difference. I have used join column earlier also when I was configuring one to many. Let me show it. When I was configuring one to many also, I use join column, and when I am configuring many to one also, I am using join column. Now you need to understand the difference. If I am using join column in combination with one to many, the foreign key u1 score id will go to the other side of the association, right? And when I am using many to one join column in combination with many to one, uid, the foreign key, will go to this side only. This side means what? Bank account side, right? So foreign key will always be on the many side only. To tell about foreign key, we will always use join column annotation. That's it. We have done. We have configured unidirectional many to one. So now if I want to test it in cfg.xml, instead of configuring these resources, I have to configure mapping class is equals to com dot infinite dot user, and also another mapping is a bank account, com dot infinite dot bank account. Right? And also one more change which I need to do is in demo when inserting. Here, instead of using configuration, I will use annotation configuration. Okay. Now I will run it. Let us see. Okay, I think I didn't give this table name for anything. Okay, so in this case, first I am saving account. I will save user first and see what will happen. Yes, added successfully. Right? So what we can do is, if I save user, I want all the bank accounts to be saved. I can configure cascading, it will work, right? Now I'll make this bidirectional mapping. When it is bidirectional, okay, wait here, I'll copy user from one to many. I'll not repeat the same configuration. And also I'll configure bank account from, already annotations are there now, see, as I copied one from each. Now is it bidirectional? User is having, see here, user is having list of bank accounts, and bank account is having user. It is bidirectional, is it? In XML also we understood when it is bidirectional relationship, we had only one change. What is it? Inverse configuring inverse. On the set side or on the collection side, I have to configure inverse. So now, where I should configure inverse now? In user side or Merit one? User or bank account side? Always, whenever you want to say inverse, inverse is present on one side, set side, collection side, right? So corresponding to inverse is equals to true. I'll just open the XML files and show you exactly. When it is bidirectional one, we configured on the list side, we have to configure inverse is equals to true, right? So here for corresponding to inverse is equals to true, the corresponding column is mapped by is equals to. Mapped by is equals to which variable on the other side is having the mapping? User. User variable on the other side is having the mapping. So mapped by is equals to. So whenever it is a bidirectional relationship, you have to make one of the side as inverse, right? Any doubts? Mapped by, we are saying here, mapped by this configuration, whatever you are doing here, this configuration, we are saying that this configuration is already mapped on the other side, on the top of which variable? On the top of user variable. That's the meaning of mapped by. It is equivalent to inverse is equals to true, right? So tell me, changes made to this list will be considered for insertion or not? Yes. So if I make this as inverse side or if I make this as mapped by, the changes made to this list will not be considered for insertions or updations, right? But if the changes made to this list are not considered for insertions or updations, whenever we are using list, we are specifying the order column, right? List index will be null. So whenever it is a list, if it is a set, we have to always say mapped by, collection set as mapped by, if it is a set. Now as it is a list, we have to consider this side as, you have to consider this side for insertions or updations. The other side should not be considered for insertions or updations. So whenever it is a list, you should not use mapped by here. If you remove this, that means that changes made to the list will result in an update statement. Now, coming to bank account side, you should make sure that this will not be considered for insertions or updations. So here on the join column, you have to just say insertable is equals to false, comma, updatable is equals to false. Just like we said in XML. See here, in the XML, as it is a list, I didn't configure inverse is equals to true. If it was a set, I should configure inverse is equals to true on set side only. Here I didn't configure inverse is equals to true, and on the other side I made insert is equals to false, update is equals to false. Similarly, on the annotations also, you have to annotate join column with insert is equals to false and updatable is equals to false. Let us see now many to many. Here I have many to many. Yesterday we took an example of artists and movies. One artist was having set of movies and one movie was having set of art. These are many to many. So yesterday we decided if it is a many to many relationship, how do we configure many to many relationship in tables? By using a separate table, right? Yes, the join table. So this is a movie table, this is artist table, and this is the join table. This movie table will be having movie underscore ID as a primary key, and artist table will be having artist underscore ID as primary. Now when you want to configure many-to-many relationship, movie ID has to come here and actor ID should come here as a foreign key, right? So when you are configuring many-to-many relationship, you need a separate join table, right? Let me show you the configurations which we did yesterday. When we are configuring this set, we have specified the table name, the join table name, and we are specifying what are the foreign key columns that should be present inside the table, which are coming from both sides, right? Now coming to annotations. Now movie is an entity, so simply first I will annotate this with entity, and I'll give a table name. Table name is equals to annotation underscore movie underscore many to many, and I'll generate this movie ID primary key automatically. ID generated value column name is equals to movie underscore ID. Right? Now coming to set, here is the actual configuration of many-to-many. Is this a field representing many-to-many relationship here? So annotate it with many-to-many. Now here you require a join table. So annotate with join table. Now in this join table, you have to give the name for this join table. Name is equals to annotation underscore movie underscore artist. Right? Now, in this table, what all columns should be present? That also we should mention. So, one column will be movie underscore ID from this side. So, I should say that movie underscore ID should go as a foreign key inside this table, right? To talk about foreign keys, what is the annotation? Join column annotation will tell about foreign keys. So, here, comma, control space C, there is join columns, which is nothing but an array. Array of what? Join column. Whenever it is an array, you have to keep it in curly brackets, right? It's an array of join column. So at join column, name is equals to, I will say m underscore id, comma, referenced column name is equals to movie underscore id. No, see, this is the table name. M underscore id should go as a foreign key from this side. See diagram. Movie underscore id should come as M underscore id here, right? So we are using join column. Join column is foreign key which is going from this side, right? And also there is another foreign key also here. What is the foreign key? Artist underscore id, right? But that is artist underscore id is not inside the movie table, right? It is in artist table. So we have to use another annotation, comma, inverse join columns. Inverse join column is join columns which are coming from the other side. Inverse join columns is equal to, that is also an array. So array of join columns. Add join column. Join column name is equals to artist A underscore id, I'll say, comma, referenced column name is equals to artist underscore id, the primary key of the other side. So here what I am telling is, I am telling the table name, join table name, and also the foreign keys. M underscore id join columns means columns going from this side, means movie side to table. M underscore id will be going from this side. It is referencing movie underscore id. This should be same as a primary key here, right? An inverse join column means the columns coming from the other side of the association. That name I want it to be as a underscore id in this table. It should be referencing to artist underscore id, the primary key of the other side. Just check, and do you have any doubts? I am giving table name artist underscore many to many, and this is the primary key artist id. So id generated value, and also I'll give the column name. Column name what I should give, tell me? Yeah, because here I have given the reference column name is artist underscore id. This should be same as a foreign key, this should be same as a primary key here. Okay, now this is a set again. This is the field which is representing many to many relationship, so annotate it with many to many. Then again join table you have to say. Join table. Table name should be exactly same as what I gave on the other side. Annotation underscore movie underscore artist, comma. Now tell me what is the join columns here? Join column is equals to, yes, at join column name is equals to, means here this is referring to foreign key going from this side, right? What I gave here, a underscore id, right? Same I should give here. Join column is a underscore id, referenced column name is artist underscore id. And also inverse join columns, the join columns coming from other side is equals to, again this is an array, so curly braces, so as join column coming from other side name is equals to name is here whatever I give, m underscore id referencing to movie underscore id. Referenced column name is equals to movie underscore id. So I am configuring the same table both sides. Whenever it is a bidirectional relationship, I have to make any one of the side as inverse. To make it as inverse, mapped by is equals to, tell me what is the other side which is having configuration? Artists. So this I am making as inverse side by using mapped by is equals to, right? So as he told, like if both sides are lists, then you should not map inverse side. Both of the sides should be taken into consideration for objects, right? Next what we will see is how to map one-to-one relationship using annotations. Okay. If you have to run this, then we have to change cfg.xml. Write the mapping tag. com dot infinite dot movie dot movie. So again another class artist. Now one more change I need to make here. demo. Is I have to use annotation configuration. Then I have to save movies and also artists. On which side I mapped as inverse? Artist side, right? So what I will do right now is first I will save artists, then I will save movies. Now run it. An exception, what is it saying? Associations marked as map by must not define database mappings or join column. Okay, so it means that this is not required. Now I'll run it. Yeah, it is working. Huh? Yes, on artist side comment the join table one. Okay. But in XML file what we are doing? We are writing configuration both sides and making one side as inverse. So here in annotations it's saying on mapped by side there is no need to write join table or join column. Yes, I forgot it. Now let us go with one-to-one. Yesterday we were discussing about one employee has one desk and one desk belongs to one employee. This we made as one-to-one. Right? There are two strategies for mapping one-to-one as we understood yesterday. What are the two strategies? So this is the employee table and this is the desk table. One strategy here, okay, here it is E underscore ID is the primary key and also here it is desk underscore ID. This is a primary key, right? One strategy is to make E underscore ID as a foreign key here and make this as unique, right? If E underscore ID is coming here, it is nothing but one to many. But to make one to many as one to one, you have to make this E underscore ID as unique. That will become one to one. So let us first write annotations for this strategy. Okay. Now coming to employee here, I want foreign key to be on desk side. I want employee ID to go as a foreign key to desk side, right? So first coming to employee, I will make this as an entity and I will give a table name. Name is equals to annotation underscore emp underscore 121. Okay, employee ID is a primary key, so I am annotating it with ID. And also generated value and also column annotation with name as employee underscore ID, emp underscore ID. Then coming to desk, this is the column which is representing one-to-one relationship. So make this as 1 to 1. Okay. Now on this 1 to 1 I can use join column. Join column name is equals to what? E underscore ID, sorry, name is equals to something, say X, suppose. Now let us try to understand the point here. We are using join column in combination with one to one. As I told earlier, if join column is used with one to many, where will the foreign key go? Other side, many side. If I use join column with many to one, the foreign key will go the same side. Similarly, if I use one to one in combination, join column in combination with one to one, the foreign key will go this side only, same side. So if I am writing join column here, the foreign key will go inside employee table, but that is not what I require. I want the foreign key to be present on the desk side, right? So now I will not talk about any foreign key column here. I will comment this. I will be configuring about join column on the other side only, right? So the foreign key information is present on the other side. So I will say mapped by, means the mapping is on the other side, on the top of which variable? Employee variable. I will map it. Right? Why I am not writing? Understood, right? When it is one to one, tell me, why can't I have desk ID here? Instead of EID going here, I remove EID. Why can't desk ID come here? Then also it is one to one between EID and desk, right? Anything is possible. It's our decision where to keep the foreign key. Now I decided desk name will have the EID, right? So foreign key should be configured on the other side only. If I configure join column in combination with one to one, the foreign key will come this side only. That is not what I want, right? Now coming to other side, desk. Desk is also an entity, so I will annotate it with entity and also table name. Name is equals to annotation underscore desk underscore 1 to, and also I will annotate it this desk ID with primary key ID, generated value, and also the column as desk underscore ID. Now this is the variable which is representing one to one relationship, right? So here I will annotate it with one to one, and I will write a join column here. Name is equals to what? No. The foreign key will go E underscore ID. The referenced column name is whatever I gave on the other side. So now when I am using join column in combination with one to one, EID will be on this side only. It will be referring to employee underscore on the other side, right? That's it. Yes, of course, yes, correct. Otherwise it will become one to one. So here I have to give Yes, unique is equals to, correct, we have to give it. Only then only it will become 1 to 1. Yes, correct. We have to give unique is equal to true. Yes. This is the one. This is the conflict. Any doubts? Now I'll see whether the tables are created correctly or not. If I have to check in cfg.xml, I had to remove this XML file mapping and use a class mapping. Mapping class is equals to com dot infinite dot employee, again com dot infinite dot desk. Then coming here to demo, I have to save both, and here I am using annotation conflict. That's it. Now I am saving employee and desk. Let us see. Yes, one row is inside employee and one row inside desk table. Let us see the tables. What is the table name actually again? _emp _. This is the table and it is having what? EMP ID and EMP name only, right? And I would say annotation underscore desk underscore 1 to 1. It is having 3 column desk ID. Okay, I guess spelling mistake. Description and EID. EID, is it a foreign key? See, EID references EMP ID of the other table, right? So that came as a foreign key. So this is nothing but 1 to 1, and there is a unique constraint also on EID. It is nothing but 1 to 1, right? So this is the first strategy for mapping 1 to 1. According to next strategy of 1 to 1, the other strategy is remove this foreign key and now make this desk ID as primary key as well as foreign, right? Now see how to do the annotation. I am removing this join column here. Join column represents separate, it is representing separate column, right? Now I am removing this, or I will comment it. Then here I am saying primary key join column, means it is a join column referencing to the primary key of the other side, right? What should be this join column name, tell me? Primary key join column, here see the diagram, desk underscore key should be primary key as well as the foreign key. If you see this configuration, already I have annotated desk ID as a primary key by using this annotation. Now I have to tell that this desk ID is again a foreign key referencing the primary key of the other side. So that's why primary key join column we have to use. Primary key join column referencing to the primary key of the other side. So primary key join column name should be same as the primary key here. Name is equals to what? Desk underscore ID, same as the primary key here. Tell me the reference column name. Yes, reference column name is equals to whatever is the primary key here. EMP underscore ID, right? Now this desk underscore ID should be referring to primary key of this table. Desk underscore ID should be referring to the primary key, right? Now to just show you this, what I'll do is here, anyway, create is there, right? Create means drop and create. Now I'll run the demo. Yeah, there is inserted. Let us see the tables first. Whether it is whether the foreign key relationship is maintained or not. Annotation underscore employee. Employee is having two fields, employee ID, primary key is employee. Now coming to desk. Desk ID is the primary key and there is a constant foreign key. Desk ID references employee, right? Is it not one to one? So these are the two strategies. One is by using join column and another is by using primary key join column. Right? Any doubts?